Okay folks, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if I can make this turn up a treat. I'm going to leave it on 100. Okay, let's see what this is. It is out of a Tatler magazine. Otherwise I call it a Tatty magazine. Tatty, Tatler. So we're not doing that one, we're doing this one. This jewellery piece, sun worship. Yeah, right. Silly. Yeah, it's all buddy rich people's shit. You know the same old shit, folks. I'm just going to crease it. Just going to fold it over so we don't get that page. So we're going to make it a movement piece of this jewellery piece. Rich people's crap, folks. Don't forget. And that's come up looking quite interesting, actually. We might utilise that. I like this pattern here. And I'd like to just cut it down there. Maybe even feature this piece here. We don't normally like to feature text like that, but we're going to do something different. I just fucked it up, so folks. So the horizontal is going to be 140 and the vertical it's just going to be normal 104. Colour in that's turned up brilliant. So we're just going to remove these features, including the negative positive. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to use that. And that's going to be gone. We don't want hue anymore. And the brightness, we definitely don't want that. We just want that. Yeah, Tatty magazine, I like to call it. Tatler. They call it Tatler, but I call it Tatty. I like to make fun of the rich, folks. I like to take the piss out of them, folks. I really do. I just hate the kind of people that they are and what they do with their money. They don't seem to care about the less fortunate. They don't seem to have the ability to empathise with the less fortunate. And they just want to spend the money on themselves. They think it's their own fucking money. They think they're entitled. I'll fucking discriminate against them and see what they think about that. Bitches. Because, you know, rich rhymes with bitch. There's nothing wrong with being rich, folks, okay? It's the way that rich people spend their money and their attitude, their snooty and their uppity attitude is. Because rich people can really make a difference. They've got so much money and so much power and influence, they potentially could make a real help to society. They can really potentially be something good for society, but more often than not, they choose not to. It's their choice, and unfortunately, their choice often affects people less fortunate who really haven't got anything in their lives. I mean, why are there still people sleeping on the street in the 21st, or should I say the 2020s? You know, why do we have people who can't, like women who sleep on the street, which is dangerous on its own. I've had a go at sleeping on the street, and I was with other women, and I had this man propositioning me for sex for about half an hour. He was really being horrible, and that's what happens to women on the street. You know, I was with a couple of women who were homeless because my parents didn't want me to live with them, and I had nowhere to go, so I was homeless. I had a go at hitting the street and trying to find a place to sleep, and really it's hard, and being a woman it's even worse. And even though I was in company of other women, I was still awake, and this stupid fucktard was constant. This was when I was sleeping in the Bondi Pavilion, and that man could have raped me. I could have got raped that night, and it was dangerous. And the other thing to note also is, just because they're homeless doesn't mean they don't have menstruation, periods. So there's a lot of women who can't afford, obviously, pads and tampons. So that's just not acceptable, especially for a homeless woman who has to fucking deal with men, and then some fucking men get turned on by this shit. No, it's really not acceptable, folks. Not acceptable. These rich people really have the power to make a difference, and they choose not to. They've got choices. These people on the street don't. Not fair. Not right. So I give the rich people like that, fuck yous, the middle finger. Fuck the rich. The ones who don't care. Fuck the ones who don't care. Of course, the ones that care, good on them, right? Good on them. But no, most of them don't. If I was rich, I would try to make a difference in this world, folks. I'd use my money, I'd use my power, and I would try to move mountains with it, so to speak. And I'd still have enough for myself. You don't need to give all of your money away. 10% is good enough. 10%. That's all you need to give, folks. 10% to help others, to help the less fortunate. Because how about thinking, what if it was you? What if you were the one on the street? What would you be thinking? What would you be feeling? Think about it, folks. A lot of people don't think. They don't fucking have any empathy. Fucktards. And let's see how we go with this. Trying to line it up nice and neat. Anyway, that's come up looking quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.